Happy days. All right, how'd you feel?
Terrible.
Why?
I don't know. Nervous.
If you feel like this now, this might be something to consider for your real test. Okay?
Yeah.
Because remember, this is just me and you messing about today.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but I don't want to fail. That's the thing.
Okay. Why? Because they're watching. What is up, guys? I am here with Leanne, who's here to do a mock driving test with me. Yeah. So, where are we today?
Just by Hither Green Test Centre.
Hither Green Test Centre. So, this is where you've got your driving test. When is it?
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks' time?
Yeah.
So, everybody needs to get on the comment section and tell Leanne, good luck. And she won't need any help with her driving, will she? It's going to be amazing.
Not, no.
It's going to be amazing. The next half an hour of driving is going to be absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, the best you've ever seen.
When I met Leanne, she told me how she'd done loads of driving with her dad and her boyfriend, and usually they drive around with a sat-nav. So straight away I thought, do you know what? I'm not going to use a sat-nav today. 1 in 5 driving tests has to follow road signs, old school. That's what we're going to do today.
Okay.
Ready for that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you find that you sometimes miss signs, or are you quite good with them anyway?
I don't even look at them.
Don't look at signs. Well, you're going to today, or we're going to end up in Dartford.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Or we might end up in Brighton.
That's not bad.
That wouldn't be all right. That wouldn't be too bad.
No, I'm not busy today.
Okay. Should I put my seatbelt on?
Please do.
Yeah? Not because I don't trust your driving. Just because, you know, legal requirement and all that. Have you done any driving lessons before?
Yeah. Few, like 3.
3 driving lessons?
Yeah.
So only 3 lessons with a driving instructor. If Leanne passes this mock test, we're all out of a job. Hopefully this goes well. If it doesn't, that's perfect. You use this to learn new stuff with. Okay. And then pass the real one. Okay? Cool. If you do pass this one, it will give you loads of confidence. So either way, bonus. Ready to rock and roll? At the beginning of your driving test, the examiner is going to ask you a vehicle safety question. Have you learnt those?
Tell me stuff.
You said you've lifted up the bonnet once?
Yeah, last week I had a look inside.
Last week you had a look inside. Was there anything in there? A little mouse running around, getting a bit tired?
No, spiders. There was some spiders in there. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to start with, should I give you a hard one or an easy one? Are you confident on this?
A hard one.
A hard one.
No, because if I don't know, I need to know.
That's it. Oh my God, that's exactly what I say. Practice hard and pass easy.
Yeah.
How do I turn on the rear fog light, and when would you use it?
Okay, so you have to turn on the ignition. Oh wait, just tell you, right?
Yeah, just tell
Turn on the ignition, and then rear fog light. Oh yeah, this one, you turn it twice. Yeah, like this.
Okay, great.
Like that.
And we can see the rear fog light warning light on the dashboard. Excellent. When would you use it?
When the visibility is low.
How low?
10 meters. I don't know.
That's like from here to the white car.
Oh, okay.
If you can't see that far in front of you, you should not be driving.
Okay.
Because we're going to have bad accidents all the way. I think Usain Bolt.
Oh no, 100 meters.
100 meters.
Yeah,
that always makes it stick in your head.
Yeah, 100
Bolt
meters.
to the moon. Okay, so 100 meters away. Should we give that a tick in the box? Let's say you knew that because you knew about Usain Bolt already.
Yeah.
Yeah? Great. On your driving test, I'm going to also ask you a show me question. Are you familiar with all of the buttons and where they are inside your car?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, good.
But ready? You know, if you ask me, sorry, and I can't remember, like I'm not thinking, can I pull over and do it? Or do I have to do it while I'm driving?
If you don't know the answer to your vehicle safety question while you're driving, you can ask to pull over.
But they can say no.
No, they can't say no.
Okay.
You can ask to pull over even if you're nervous. You can ask to pull over for any reason and they'll help you pull over. But for this, ask to pull over, find the button, and then drive on again and demonstrate it while you're driving.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. It's not supposed to be difficult, like, oh, this person's stupid, they don't know all the buttons in the car. It's just a little distraction.
Yeah.
Something you'll have to do. Like, if you get splashed with mud, you will need to be able to use the car's controls while you're driving.
Yeah. Just to show them you can do it while driving,
That's
basically.
That's it, right, yeah.
And not lose control.
Not lose control.
Cool.
Veer into a bank or a ravine.
Yeah, you go to demist and then,
Yeah, exactly. That's it, exactly, because you're looking down too much.
Okay.
That's why it was introduced on the driving test. Okay, Leanne, this is the start of your driving test.
Okay.
Drive on when you're ready. Welcome to the commentary and welcome to Leanne's driving test. Leanne's test is tomorrow, so get in the comments and wish her luck. While you're there, smash that like button, and if you've got any questions about Leanne's driving that will help your driving, I'll be in the comment section to help as well. Now, because Leanne isn't following a sat-nav, it's really important to be planning well ahead on the road so she knows where she's going next, because it's not going to be on the sat-nav screen. There's a big right bend ahead, but it's just following the road markings, so she's got to work this out herself.
Am I following the road?
Yep, follow the road. She can ask, but remember, I'm only going to tell her if I want her to turn left or right.
Oh. In the middle? I guess I have to go in the middle.
Take the next road on the left. Watch what happens next. As Leanne isn't sure where she's going, she's taking way too long to think of what to do next and nearly misses a giveaway line. It's really important to practice independent driving before your driving test, where no one directs you or helps you.
Straight?
Yep. At the end of the road, turn right. If you're not sure whether you're good enough at driving to take a driving test, Leanne is a great person to watch. See how confidently she's accelerating, changing gear and steering, all fully independently. If you can drive like this, you can book a driving test. Okay, great. What I'd like you to do next is pull up on the right in a safe place.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Next, I want you to reverse back 2 car spaces. As Leanne's reversing, she's driven onto the pavement, which is a serious fault. She's also not checking her right blind spot at all during her observation checks, so her manoeuvre has also earned a driver fall. Okay, that'll do. Drive on when you're ready. Take the next right. Take the next road on the left. Stop on the left in a safe place. Okay, Leanne, this is the start of your independent driving. I'd like you to drive to the end of the road, turn left, and then follow signs to Eltham.
End of the road, left, and then Eltham.
And if you need any help with that, you can ask me for directions, or you can ask me for help with directions.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Fine.
On any driving test, you can always ask for help with directions.
Okay.
That's important to know. Leanne stalled moving away here, but she got the car started again quickly and kept herself cool. Your examiner might not remind you that you can ask for help with directions, but you always can. Independent driving isn't on the test to see if you'll get lost all the time, it's there to see how you cope with distractions to your driving. If you forget what sign you're following or you come to a junction and you're not sure where you're going, you can ask for help. But it'll make your test a lot easier if you practiced independent driving enough to be able to deal with it on your own. Leanne is just nudging over 20 miles an hour here, but there's a camera covering Leanne's speedometer. She's only gone over 20 by a little bit, so I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. This time. We're just about to pass the first of Leanne's independent driving signs. Remember, she's following Eltham, so turning right on the crossroads. There's also a 30 sign here. Let's hope she's spotted both. Especially as she hasn't had any professional lessons, I'm surprised at how well Leanne does to position herself confidently in the middle at this crossroads. Unfortunately, she pulls away too quickly and stalls, but recovers fantastically well, so I've only given her a driver fault here. Okay, next you're following signs to Sidcup.
I don't know what the name is.
So when you see a sign, just follow the directions to Sidcup.
Yeah.
Because your driving test is a circle and you need to get back to the test centre, you won't usually follow one place name for 20 minutes. It would take too long to get back. Be ready for your examiner to update what sign you're following, and if you're confused or unsure, know that you can ask for help. Leanne just got away with that overtake on the bus, but she was cutting it fine with the oncoming vehicle. I'm writing a note on her form to talk to her about whether it's appropriate to signal to overtake, and we'll discuss it properly later. I'm confident Leanne has spotted the 40 sign because she's gone into 4th gear. I don't mind that she doesn't go up to 40 miles an hour though, because there's a lot to work out with the signs coming up and the really big busy roundabout straight after. That's the hardest roundabout you can do at Hither Green, and Leanne made it look easy. Again, giving a great example of how well you need to drive to be able to take a driving test. Okay, Leanne, when it's safe to do so, I want you to show me how you would demist the front windscreen. Windscreen.
I think it's on this door. Just turn it.
For demisting.
No, you turn this like that. I don't know.
Is it demisting now?
I don't know. No.
Okay.
I don't know, sorry.
We'll come back to that one. Leanne nearly managed it. She's turned the fans to the windscreen but didn't turn them on. To demist the front windscreen, ideally you'll also set the temperature to hot and turn on air conditioning. That helps clear the condensation more quickly. If you answer the show me question wrong or you don't know the answer, you'll only get a driver fault. But you don't want to throw away easy points, so learn them and be confident using the controls of the car on the move, but not just for the driving test. If Leanne got in the car after it was raining, her windscreen would steam up, she'd be unable to clear it while driving and find herself in trouble. Now I want you to follow signs to Eltham. The lorry on the left has approached the junction at speed and come slightly past the giveaway line here, but Leanne has reacted too much and slowed down way too dramatically, which could surprise vehicles behind. The proper action to take should have been to cover the brake in case the lorry didn't stop and perhaps reduce speed slightly in anticipation of a problem. And pull up on the left in a safe place. I think the lorry spooked her. She's done the same for this car on the left. If a car was tailgated, we could have a problem on our hands with all the sudden braking. That's alright, keep going. The examiner will ask you to pull over around 4 or 5 times in a driving test. If you miss any spaces to pull over or you're not sure that you can pull over or you get flustered, Firstly, ask for advice, and secondly, you can't get marked down for something that you didn't do. As long as whatever else you're doing is safe and legal, you'll be fine. At the traffic lights, turn left. Leanne nearly got lucky as she's held up by this blue car, but as it pulls away she's going to accelerate and absolutely blast past 20 miles an hour. Watch out for the 30 signs coming up. You can't go over 20 miles an hour until you've passed these. Coming up, you're following signs to Lewisham. We're about to do the Yorkshire Grey roundabout coming from Eltham. Look out for the sign I've asked her to follow. Leanne will identify the junction that she's supposed to take and use the right lane, but if you look carefully, the Lewisham exit is in the 12 o'clock position. It's straight ahead, so she should be in the left lane. Once on the roundabout, she corrects it very safely, but if you're doing your test in Lewisham, take note of this so you can practice it too. It might feel like Leanne's waiting a long time here, but she sets off into the first good gap that we saw. It's important to be calm in these situations so that you don't start to panic and jump into a gap that isn't there. You'd rather miss some questionable gaps and risk getting a driver for hesitation than set off when it isn't safe and fail. If you know Hither Green well, which you should do if you're taking your test here, then you'll realise you're heading back to the test centre right now. Just like driving in real life, most accidents or mistakes happen when you're close to your destination because your focus drops and your mind starts wandering. Keep focused right up until you're parked to make sure you don't make a silly mistake you could have easily avoided. straight on.
Oh, sorry.
The sign was just slightly bent to the left here.
Oh, okay.
Like here. That's the end of independent driving. I'll direct you from here.
Okay.
I helped Leanne with directions when she misunderstood a sign, so I'm not going to give her a fault. Your examiner will help you with directions if you're not sure as well. All you have to do is ask. Also, independent driving lasts around 20 minutes and your examiner will let you know when you're not following a sat-nav or road signs anymore, and they're going to give you clear turn left or right directions. Leanne spotted the bus pulling into a bus stop and she's signalling to overtake. We discussed this in more detail after the test, so stay tuned, but essentially her signal's misleading because she's passing junctions on the right but not intending to take them. Take the second road on the left. Here's the first one. And at the end of the road, turn right. Great. Pull up on the right for me in a safe place after the green cars. Nice. Thanks, switch off. That's the end of your not real driving test.
Was that 40 minutes?
How did you find it? How was it?
It's nerve-wracking.
Nerve-wracking? Okay. You seemed pretty cool as you were driving around.
Oh, thank you. I did get more comfortable throughout the test.
Good.
But at the beginning, I was super nervous.
Okay. Do you think you passed or failed?
I think I failed.
Why do you think you failed?
I don't want to tell you in case you didn't know.
Okay, tell me anyway, because it's just a practice.
Okay, the first time you asked me to pull up on the right, I think, and I was reversed back 2 car spaces, I went on the curb.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. From then I was like, oh, forget it.
Okay, cool. So you did really well. The driving, actually, for someone who's never had any lessons and never been taught the right way to do things, you did amazingly well.
Oh, okay.
There were a couple of things that I just want to go through with you that might help you drive in the future.
Okay.
And just might make you a better driver.
Yeah.
But let's go through the reasons why you failed.
Reasons?
There were 2.
Okay, that's not bad.
No, not bad at all. You getting on the curb for the reverse right.
Yeah.
I got you for control. It bumped. It wasn't subtle. It bumped up, and then when you drove on, it bumped down again. So you were on the curb.
When it went down, I was like,
Yeah. Observation as well. Got you for observation. When you are reversing, you tend to look out of your right window, but where's your right blind spot?
Over my shoulder.
Over your shoulder, yeah. So have a look over your shoulder now. Can you see those 2 black bins? Can you see all of that fence? How far do you have to look around to see that? None of that is in your mirror.
Yeah.
So where you're just looking out of your window, you're not looking at it's the blind spot, but not the whole of it. You're missing out quite a lot of the blind spot. You're looking over the left shoulder perfectly well, but the right blind spot, now you know it, you're going to fix it.
Did I do that just now, or did I do it before
You
as
did
well?
that just now, but also on the manoeuvre. When you were reversing, you were looking out of your window and then all the way to the left. When you should be over your right shoulder. All the way to the right, yeah. And they'll definitely pick up on that. Vehicle checks, there I got you a minor there. You didn't know the answer to how to demist the front windscreen.
I can probably think about it now.
You set the blower to front windscreen, but you also need to turn it on.
Oh yeah, that was
and you need to set it to hot and AC if you've got it. Okay, because that demist the window with hot, really dry air, so it gets all of the condensation off really quickly. So you switched it to the right setting, but you didn't turn it on.
And you tried to give me a clue as well. Is it demisting? I was like,
is it demisting? It's not. I really wanted you to get that one because you were so close to the right answer, but no.
1/3 of the way there.
Clutch as well. On the big crossroads you stalled, not a massive problem. You got the car started really quickly and made a move again. Okay. Yeah, but setting off under pressure. When I was crossing the traffic when you were turning right to Eltham, when you're setting off under pressure, it might be something that you want to practice a few more times. Okay. Just stop in the middle of a junction. Well, not on purpose. I guess you have to try practicing those big junctions where you're under pressure to set off quickly. Okay. And remember, you don't have to set off quickly. You could have done that at half this speed and got it right, but you put yourself under pressure because there were 3 cars behind you. Yeah. Moving off control, you stalled again. That's no drama at all. Signals are necessary. So this is something I do definitely want to go through with you, and it might help some of you as well. When you're overtaking a parked vehicle, you're signalling. Is it helpful? Who's it helpful to, or who are we signalling for?
People behind.
Okay, cool. That's what people normally say. But let's think about the people behind. If they're looking in front of them, they'll see the same thing that you're overtaking, and they'll be thinking, I'm going to overtake it too. So for you to do anything but overtake would be weird and not normal. So what you're going to do is start to turn as you're overtaking, right? See that position of the car, that is also a signal. It shows everyone, I thought she was going to overtake her. She's overtaken, obviously. Right. It'd be weird. You crash into the car in front if you just went straight. So for you to start signalling with your position and then start signalling with your indicator, what else is that showing people?
They might think I'm going to turn right now.
Turning right, And there was at one point where we went past a junction. When we went past the BP garage, there was a junction before it and you were signalling right past it, but we didn't take that junction. So it's misleading. Okay, it's 1%. It might be a tiny bit helpful just to confirm we're overtaking, but it's more misleading. Especially where you're signalling back to the left to move back in again. That is misleading as well because you could be parking. Okay, so there's only certain types of vehicles that do indicate to overtake things, like buses. Buses always indicate to overtake. Why do you think they do that?
Because they're big.
Yeah, they're massive. You can't see past the bus. You don't know what they're doing. If the bus stops behind something that they need to overtake, you're going to probably start overtaking the bus. So the bus signals that to let you know that they're overtaking so that you don't go past them. You're in a very small, what car is this? Renault Twingo. You're in a really small Renault Twingo. Everyone can see past you, they know what you're doing next. Okay? Yeah. Cool. Next, we got appropriate speed. You went a little bit slow on that 40 road. We weren't quite up to, but you know what? I'm going to let you off that one because I've got a massive camera in front of your speedo. But what I'm not going to let you off is I gave you a major for use of speed, which was you going too fast. Once you turned left at Eltham, do you remember that big crossroads that I asked you to turn left at? And we started to go downhill. Then a blue car pulled out in front of you. Yeah. You went up to 30 miles an hour, but Eltham is 20 miles an hour. When you went up to 30, there were 2 30 signs in front of you. That's a really big clue that the road that you're on now is 20.
It's okay, cool.
So if you're going into a 30 zone, what do you think this road is? 20. Okay. So you started to speed up and you bombed it right up to like 28, 29 before you hit that 30 sign. Did you know that it's only 30 past the sign? No. Okay, so when you see a speed sign... I thought it was
like confirmation. This road was 30. This road was 30.
What you're thinking of is those little signs. They're called repeater signs. They repeat the speed limit all the way down the road. Okay. But what you saw was a big speed limit, which is a new speed limit. Okay. Damn it. But you're not going to make that mistake next time. And then undue hesitation.
The roundabout.
No, the roundabout was amazing. Oh, okay. So good. You were so confident on that. So I know that you practiced that loads before, and I'm not worried about you on roundabouts even a little bit.
Okay.
But as we turned left to Eltham, the second time I said follow the road to Eltham, after we passed the 40 road.
Just after the lights.
Yeah, the 40 road where I asked you the show me, tell me question.
Yeah.
I said follow Eltham and you turned left. Then there was a big lorry that came up from the left and stopped at a giveaway line. We slowed right down for it. Okay, you'll see it in the video. Watch it back when it's up on YouTube. You slowed right down for this lorry and it was coming from a side road. We were on the major road.
Oh, okay.
And you slowed right down for it. That's kind of weird because the car behind wouldn't expect you to do that.
Oh, when it was trying to pull out?
It wasn't trying to pull out, it stopped right at the giveaway.
Do you know why? Because the front of the lorry, it went past the line, so I wasn't sure if he was going to stop or not.
Okay.
So I slowed down just in case he was going to come out.
Fair enough.
And then I kept going, right, because he didn't come out.
No, you kept going, which is why I didn't give you a major, but it was still a minor because you slowed right down.
Yeah.
You started slowing down before he got to the end of the line.
Yeah.
And then you did it again for the next junction
I think it was
along.
A blue car or something
it was
like that.
a smaller car. You did it again.
I find it, like, you know when people approach junctions, I feel
Really
like they're doing it
quickly.
too quick, so I'm like, you're going to pull out.
Okay, cool. But because of the car behind wouldn't be expecting you to do that, I would say that would be a mistake on your driving test. Slowing down for other cars who you've got priority over.
Right.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
So you didn't pass today.
Yeah.
But that's all right because I couldn't give you a driving license. But you have only had 3 driving lessons.
Yeah.
So let's think of the positives. Wow, you nearly passed, other than you missed a 20 sign, yeah, and you bumped the curb.
Yeah.
Your driving passed, your manoeuvre didn't, and you missed a sign.
Yeah.
You did really well.
Okay, thank you.
You did really, really, really well. You should be super happy and proud of that. There's only a couple of things that you need to practice or that you can take away and learn from this. But good luck for your driving test. Guys,
you.
get down in the comments. Wish Leanne good luck. Catch you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.